Hi there, I'm the mechanic on Rogue. I don't know about you guys, but I love a good dashcam compilation. Some of the most outrageous things get caught on film. And while it's all good fun to be surprised by seemingly impossible feats, what if it happens to you? Dashcam footage can be very helpful in clearing your name in the event of an accident. I had someone almost run me off the road a couple months ago, and that motivated me to do something about it. So this is my solution. A cheap, budget-friendly dash cam off of Amazon. For anybody who's interested, it's an i2C250 with 3 cameras. I got it on sale for under $100. So if I get some decent life out of this, I'll be happy. Now the thing I don't like about dash cams, and their associated wiring, is that they can block your field of view. Plus, it's really annoying to have all these wires hanging from the roof. You can probably tell I'm not one of those guys with fuzzy dice for the rearview mirror. Also, as an added caveat, I want to keep my car as stock as possible without making any major alterations. So that means keeping drilling and cutting to a minimum. My theorized plan for all these challenges was to mount the dash cam in the center of the dash, run all the wires underneath the interior, hardwire the camera directly into my fuse box, and come up with some 3D printed brackets to hold everything. Let's see how it turns out. Hopefully, it'll come out looking semi-decent afterwards. Let's run the wiring first. I pulled a couple of the dash panels off as well as removed the radio. I used a non-marring plastic pry tool and a special radio removal tool for this. My fuse box is in the bottom left corner of the dash. If anyone else has a 2016 Golf and is trying to do this, I'm using fuse number 12, which is constant battery power. I did this because the dashcam has parking mode, which needs constant power. I used some mechanics wire to fish the wiring through the dash, and eventually I got it up to where my emergency flasher is located. You'll see why later. The rear view camera was a little more work, with more panels to remove. I just continue with my pry tool and mechanics wire along the lower side of the car until I reach the back door. Now let me show you what I've cooked up on my 3D printer. Oh, and by the way, another exciting thing for my returning viewers, I've upgraded my computer, which means I'm able to run some real CAD software. So I've been learning how to use Fusion 360, which is another reason why I've been slow to put out videos so far this year. I've made these mounting brackets for the cameras. They're designed to attach to the interior panels using 3M command strips, ensuring easy removal and zero damage to the panels. The front bracket encloses the main camera and it's held together with some 1/2-inch tapping screws. And the rear camera screws onto the rear bracket with screws that are already provided with it. I've made this little support bracket, and it's for the wires coming out of the dash. While I'm thinking about it, it's time for me to throw this dash back together. To make room for the wires, I cut out a couple of supports for my center vents. Just enough to get the wires past and not enough to damage anything. Then I used a Dremel to remove some of the plastic flange on my emergency flasher switch. I then glued my bracket into this space. Look at that, it almost looks OEM. I got my wires out of my dash, and if I want to delete this camera for whatever reason, the only thing that will need to be replaced is the flasher and nothing else. That's a whole lot cheaper and easier to replace than dash panels. Here's a final look with everything back together. I must say I'm quite pleased. What do you guys think? Is there anything you would have done differently? Let me know in the comments. The Dashcam's footage isn't too bad either. It's a little grainy, so I'm not sure if it's 1080p as advertised, but I expected that for a cheap Amazon Dashcam. It fits my budget and it works for what I need it for. I got links for everything in the video description. It would be worth mentioning I got a SD kit and a 12-volt USB adapter wiring kit for the install as well. That's all in there too. Well, that's all I got for now. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment, and you can always support me in the videos I make by buying me a coffee. Until next time, thank you all for watching. MGR signing out.